Sure, I'm not going to be able to do this without crying, so bear with me, because my heart is there, my family is there, and my friends are there. I want to start by reminding something that every single person that spoke here before me has said, and that is that Hamas is a terror organization. Hamas is not Palestine. All of us should be saying that loud and clear. Over the past couple of days, we've seen 10-month-old babies stuck in a closet for 18 hours without food and without water because Hamas has slaughtered their parents. We've seen a family of 4 people that have been murdered one by one. We've seen parents that stood and begged, "Take me, not my kids, take me." And they murdered their kids in front of them. 2,800 injured, 1,000 killed, and 150 were taken captive. They were kidnapped. People in the party were trying to hide and they hid together, and while they hid together, Hamas came and they took them all. They took them all. And the reason why I'm saying this to you now is so you remember. So you remember the bag of 40 babies that were found decapitated. When they tell you that there's context, when they tell you I'm proud to see that there's resistance, you remember this. You remember this exactly. And you stand loud, and you stand proud, and you tell them there is no context. There is no human context where you can do this. And the reason I'm saying this is because I've spent Saturday talking with my friend who was stuck alone in shelter in the dark for 17 hours without food and without water. And she kept telling me every time how close were the gunshots. How close were the gunshots? And which one of our friends isn't responding anymore? And you should remember that, because soon they will come again, just like the CIA has told us that we are to blame because we're Jewish, because we exist. And you have to remember, because every single person standing here has a voice, and you have to use that voice now. And I know we're all hurting, and I haven't slept all these days, and I can't eat, but I have a voice. And the first thing is, do not engage, do not post, and do not comment on the videos of the pro-Hamas people. Do not, under any circumstance, do that. Don't give them the exposure, don't give them the psychological warfare they're doing to us. The second thing is to have conversations both online and in person with all the people you encounter. Explain that this is one of the biggest horrors we have seen in modern history. All of us. And we all have the responsibility to talk. And the third thing, I know that we're scared, and I'm scared too, and I'm scared to say I'm Jewish, and I'm scared to say I'm Israeli, and I'm scared to say that up until 2 months ago, I was in the army and I was supposed to be there, not here. But you have to go, and you have to stand up, and you have to tell people what's happening there is terrorism. Not human. There's no context and there's no justification. There are only one side to this. And you need to stand up in the spotlight and use the voice you have, because this here, MIT, Harvard, is the place where all eyes are on. Everyone cares what we're doing now. Do you know how many of my Israeli friends have sent me the posts of the 33 student unions that have signed? Everyone is looking at us now. Everyone is looking at every single one of you, and you have the responsibility, the right, and the privilege to use your voice. And to everyone who is scared, and to everyone who is scared like me, you should know that when you stand in the spotlight, there can be no darkness anymore, and you're not alone. See, look at all the people around you. Look at all of us. We're not alone. I'm not alone, and you're not alone, and we're gonna stand here loud and proud. And tomorrow, at 12, we are going to stand here exactly, and we're going to honor those that were kidnapped and murdered and mutilated and paraded in the streets of Gaza through chairs. We are going to honor them, so you should all be here. Whether you have glasses, whether you have anything, you should all be there. All of us have a right, as you have a responsibility. and an obligation as humans to show up and to keep doing this no matter how hard that is.